Okay, what's up for next time?
Next time we're going to start on a hat. Now to do this you're going to need the same needles as you've been working with, which are the size 8 or 5 millimeter. You're going to need about 200 yards of a worsted weight yarn, and you may have that left over from this project. I'm going to be working flat, so you don't have to worry about getting circular needles. We're not knitting in the round for this. I'm going to teach you first the purl stitch, which is going to open up ribbing and stockinette and all sorts of wonderful knitting patterns. I'm going to teach you 2 decrease methods, which is the slip knit and the knit 2 together. They're going to slant in 2 different directions. I'm going to teach you how to seam a knitted garment.
Okay, but we've got a question.
Yay!
Finally, we got a comment from somebody, which I am really happy about. Lisa writes, since you are working on a garter scarf, can you address how to pick or knit up stitches around the edges of a garter stitch? I'm not referring to picking up drop stitches, but rather knitting up stitches around a border. That's a very cool question, and in about a minute we're going to show you the answer to that question. So Ivy, how do you pick up stitches on the edge?
Okay, there are 2 ways to do it, one with a crochet hook and one with your knitting needles. If you look at garter stitch, you're going to see 2 different sorts of edges. You have the edge that goes row by row, and that's separated by these ridges. You also have this front edge here, which is both your cast on and your bind off look the same way, and those are these V's, and you're going to handle them differently. I'm going to start on this edge first. Now, garter stitch pulls in a lot lengthwise, so what you're going to do to get it to match up for the width of the stitches is you're just going to pick up 1 stitch in each of these ridges. So the first I'm going to show you with the crochet hook,
and she's going to use a contrasting yarn so that everyone can see.
Right. Put the crochet hook into the ridge, take your yarn, you're going to again leave a 6-inch tail because you are going to want to weave that in,
which we just saw earlier.
You're going to wrap it on the hook, pull it through. Keep a little bit of tension, just like when you put on a new ball, so that you can not have it pulling all the way through. And again, just like when you edit a new ball, after a few stitches, that's not going to be necessary. It's going to be secure. So we go to the next ridge, we insert our hook, we wrap, and we pull it through. Every so often, as your hook is getting a little bit full, you put the stitches onto the needle. Again, one more.
Now, why are you using round edge needles for this demonstration?
You can use anything. I just chose circulars. They were close at hand.
Okay.
You dip into the next ridge, you wrap the yarn, pull it through, and the needle falls out like mine just did. You just put it back in the stitches, and you're fine, you're good to go. So, that's how you do it with a crochet hook. I find the crochet hook method a little easier, but if you want to do it with a knitting needle, what you do is you dip your needle in through the ridge, wrap the yarn as if to knit, pull it through. Again, dip, wrap as if to knit, pull it out. Dip, wrap, pull. Now when you get to this sort of very tip here, this corner, you're going to want to make sure, because it's turning a corner, that it's not too tight. So you're going to do it, dip, round, pull. But you're also going to pick that stitch up the other way. Now, on this side, we're not seeing those ridges, we're seeing these V's. And if you crochet, what you're about to do is a lot like the first row of the Afghan stitch or the first step of the single crochet stitch. So what we're going to do, we'll start again with the crochet hook, is you're going to dip into the V, and the corner one is always going to be the hardest. Because you're in it twice, but you really don't want that to pull in too tightly. You're going to wrap the yarn, you're going to pull it through, really, really tight at the corner. It's easier everywhere else. And around. And put it on the needle. Now, for each subsequent V, with the crochet hook, you could go in and just like you were going to do single crochet, you pick up both strands of the V, but this side I actually don't prefer the crochet hook. Because it gets a little cumbersome. You wrap, you pull it through, you put it on the needle. So one more time with the crochet hook. You pick up both sides of the V, just like you were going to do for single crochet. You wrap, you pull it through, you put it on the needle. Now, to do this with the knitting needle, you insert it through both sides of the V, wrap, pull it through. Again, you insert it through both sides of the V, you wrap, and you pull it through. And you just do this until you get back to where you started. And that's all there is for picking up stitches on a border for garter stitch.
Lisa, that was an excellent question. Thank you very much. If we have more questions, how can the viewers contact us?
Email me at ivy@knittingstepbystep.com or go to the knittingstepbystep.com website and leave a comment on the blog, or go to our Facebook group and leave a comment on the wall.
That's excellent. This should wrap it up for this time, and we have a finished scarf. So congratulations to all you guys who have finished this. Until next time, I'm Jason Block.
And I'm Ivy Reisner. Thank you for watching.